Hey, welcome everybody to SRTV Network. We're getting ready to go live here and get this racing action going on here in just 1 second. We got about 8 minutes left here in practice, so get ready because we're about to get dirty. All right, I'm back, and I'd like to welcome everybody that's out there watching. We're here tonight showing you the Dirt Outlaws series here at Eldora, and these guys do it a little different. So I'll have to explain it a little bit better to you here. You're watching the Dirt Outlaws series here, sponsored by Sim Addicts, and up here in the booth, Jay Weezy here in the SRTV booth. So hope everybody enjoyed the Daytona 500 today, man. I know I did, and I'm not feeling all that good, but so bear with me. So here we go now. We're gonna have first off, we're gonna have 3 attempts at a green-white checker here on this A main when they do their feature race here. So hey, it could get hairier at the end of this one. They're gonna run a couple races to see who makes it to the A main, their feature event here, and maybe we can get the race control up here to explain it a little bit better. I got a little bit of the information here. I know that the top 5 transferred to the feature, and 3rd through 5th go to the A main. And the top 2 go straight to it, and then 6th on back go to the B main. But we'll get all that information here in a minute. As we're taking a look at some of these people out here running. These guys is looking mighty fast out there. They're on Eldora, so I hope you enjoy this one. Should be a good race here tonight. We're taking a ride looking at that number 5 of Dylan Petty. So he's up there on that high side making it work. So we're about to finish up with practice here. We're under 30 seconds left, so then we're gonna move on to qualifying, and I guess they're gonna use that to determine who's gonna be in the A main and who's gonna be in the B main. Let's get a word in with Blake Mosley for a second. Let's see if we can catch our race admin and see if he can give us some more information. Blake Mosley, this is Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
I do.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, I was explaining some of this how this rules is going on here, and since we're switching over to practice and we got a second, I figured I'd pull you up here and let you have at it, so you can let all our viewers know how this is going to go down.
Basically, what's going to go on here, these guys have been practicing now for 30 minutes, and we're going to run in reverse order of how they practiced. In qualifying, we're going to send 4 guys out at a time. They're going to get 2 laps around the track here, try to set their quickest time. After that, we'll split them up into 3 heats, where the top 2 out of the heats are going to go to the dash, which is going to set the top 6 in the A main. 3rd through 5th to be staggered throughout the A main. And the rest of the guys that did not finish in the top 5 will be in a B main later tonight, where the top 5 will transfer to that A main. So should be a good night of racing here.
Yeah, and it actually sounds like a lot of fun, man. And you got a lot of guys out there on this track here at Eldora. And you're going to be running with them also, right?
No, I'm strictly admin here. I'm eyes in the sky. I'm your, I guess you can call it the caution caller and lap counter.
Hey, man, well, hey, they're going to need it, you know, because you got a lot of super fast guys out there, and I see some familiar names. And, you know, anytime you want to come up here and jump in here with me, man, just let me know. And I'm going to try to have you out there on the stream, man, so they can hear you calling these drivers out and onto the track for their races to get set for this feature here. So if you don't mind.
That'll work. I just got to be in that other channel so they can hear me.
Oh yeah, 10-4. I'll switch you over there. I actually, I'm not gonna have you on the Discord here. I got you on the game chat, and everybody else is muted. So I didn't know how you was using it. So you're gonna call them out in Discord?
It's gonna be strictly Discord. That's what we use. Some of these guys can't use the game chat for some reason, so it's just easier to use Discord.
Hey, it's not a problem, man. Well, I can pick up the slack where I need to, man. So, all right, man. Well, enjoy it out there and keep these guys going round and round.
We're going to try to keep them straight.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That was Blake Mosley, man, and he's got his hands full tonight, that's for sure. Because, you know, this Eldora track, it's pretty tricky. So they're going to use this qualifying section. You see it says qualify up in the top. They're going to use this qualifying session to run their B main here to see who transfers. And I think it's going to be awesome. It's an awesome way to do it. And the way they got this all set up, man, it's pretty cool. It's my first time doing a broadcast like this, so you got to bear with me here. I'm not really familiar with it, but I'm not a big dirt guy either, so you know, it's kind of confusing a little bit to me. I'm more of an asphalt person, but so some of my viewers out there that are tuning in, they probably know it a lot better than I do. And if you're out there watching, man, and you can tell me how it looks and how it sounds, I definitely take all the advice. As we see this, the 124 is heading out on the track, or no, the 72. Let's see what we got here. So we got some cars pulling out on the track now. It's kind of hard to see the number on that car, but we got the 7 out there. We got the number 12, I believe. Ryan Adams, no. Let's see here. Who is that? The 57's out there, the 7. And the 112, we know him. That's Rod Tucker. He ran in the race we had here at Thompson. So he's out there making some laps here. We got Rod Tucker. We got the number 7 of Kyle Fanning. He's out there. And the 57 car is Trace Williams. That's a good looking car too. I like that black and red. I'm a fan of that. Looks like we got some more cars pulling out on the track. We got the 72, or the 12. There's that 12 of Ryan Adams right there, and he was super fast there at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park here when we ran the street stocks. He really showed that he has some skill. But we get to see what he's got on dirt as he's out there running around. We also got the 61. He's out there running around. That's Terry Landis. And good luck to all the drivers out there. I know this is going to be one heck of a show in this A main here, this feature race tonight for the Dirt Outlaw Series, sponsored by Sim Addicts. The 61 of Terry's done made his rounds. We got another group going out to get them a couple laps. We got the 18 of Jeremy Freeman out there. We got the 27 of Tim Christensen. We got the 8 of Noah Samples. We got Dylan Petty in that number 5 car out there. Appreciate you out there, Timothy, man. I always like to thank everybody that's tuning in for these live events. This was one of the trickier ones I've ever done. And I'm running at about 70% here. I'm not feeling too well, so just gotta bear with me. We see some familiar names. We see Chris Kukta out there in the 21 car. As we take a look at some of these guys that are running, we got the number 5 of Dylan Petty, the 112 of Rod Tucker, number 61 is Terry E. Landis, the number 12 of Ryan Adams, number 8 is Noah Samples, the 27 of Tim Christensen, the number 18 of Jeremy Freeman, the number 7 of Kyle Fanning, the number 22 is JD Sass. Hopefully I said that right. We got the 72 of Alan Hunt, Keith Hackney in the 69 car, the 124 of Troy Stuckwish. Now, if I butcher your name, don't be too mad at me. Hey, just guide me in the right direction. We got the 67 of Kenneth McLaughlin. He also ran the street stocks at Thompson. The 13 of Charles Silvis is out there. The 44 of Brandon Morris. The 88 of Timothy Akers. The 128 of Jonathan Cooper. The number 2 car is Kyle Beck. We got the 018 of Bailey Cardwell. The 51 of James Shirley. The 57 of Trace Williams. And that's just a rundown of some of the guys that are out there running here that are going to be participating in this event. And if I missed anybody, I do apologize. As he says, get out of my way. I'm trying to go out on the track. That would be the 44, Brandon Morris. Let's take a ride along there with Brandon Morris, as he runs a few laps here at Eldora. Switch over here to the 13 of Charles Silvis. Looks like he's having a little bit of problems, so we'll jump in the car with Kyle Beck, the number 2 car. He's currently the fastest guy out there right now. He's put down a wicked fast time of a 16.031. So these guys are going out there, they're running a couple laps, they're putting down their qualifying time. And then that's going to set them up for which main they're going to be running, or which heat race they're going to be running. Sorry about that. And we got another group out there. The 128 of Jonathan Cooper right there. And another familiar name, Jacob Doak out there in the 117. The 69 car of Keith Hackney. Is Kyle Beck still on the point right now? The 128 of Jonathan Cooper. So these guys go out, they spread out a little bit, and then they run some qualifying laps. And I'm interested to see that that 21 car of Chris Kukta. I know he's usually wicked fast on these late models out there, and he's a good friend of mine also as well. So good luck for him. I'm definitely going to be pulling for him tonight, and hopefully he can make the race. As we're waiting on the next group to go out. So what they're going to do is they're going to qualify, and they're going to run their heat races in this qualifying session, and then they're going to advance it. And then once they advance it to the race side, then we'll be able to use our ticker and all our information that we got on the screen for you guys. And we're getting set to run another set of cars out there. So we're going to definitely stick with these guys as we got the number 2 of Kyle Beck. So they're going to line up here for their heat races. So y'all better get ready because it's about to get dirty here on SRTV Network. We'll cut the music here as these guys are lining up. Alright, so we're going to start off with the number 2 of Kyle Beck on the inside. On his outside is going to be the 25 of Jarrett Murphy. 124 car, that's Troy Stuckwish. He's on the inside second row. And then the 69 car of Keith Hackney, he's going to be on his outside. And in that third row, let's see who we got, the number 8. The number 8 is going to be Noah Samples. Let's take a look at some of these cars here. And on his outside, it's going to be the 25 car of Jarrett Murphy. All right, they're getting set. They're going to do a heat race here, and it's getting ready to go down. Green flag is in the air. The number 2 of Kyle Beck takes it to the high side. They're 3 wide behind him. It's the 25 of Jarrett Murphy prevails on the second spot there. They're still 3 wide behind him. Coming off of turn 4. Maybe a little bit of contact, but maybe not. So we got the 117 of Jacob Doak. They're starting to spread out a little bit. So we get an idea. We got Kyle Beck in the number 2 car, the 25 of Jarrett Murphy, followed by the 69. And you know who that is. That's Keith Hackney. Well, they're really riding that high side, man, and it looks awesome from up here in the booth here. Is the 124 of Troy Stuckwish is starting to close the gap there and pull up on the 69 of Keith Hackney. So we had a caution on the track there for the 44 car, I believe. That's Brandon Morris. So they're going to rack them back up, I believe. So far out front, we got Kyle Beck in the number 2, followed by the 25 of Jarrett Murphy, the 69 of Keith Hackney, the 124 of Troy Stuckwish, and the 117s right behind him of Jacob Doak. And right behind him is the 57 car of Trace Williams. So they're probably going to get ready to go green here. Trace Williams has got the 67 right behind him. That's, let's see. That's Kenneth McLaughlin as their start. Whoa, what a start here. We're going to go back up front. Check out Kyle Beck as he's digging the high side. The 25's Jarrett Murphy sitting there waiting for him to make a mistake. As well as the 69 car. This is one heck of a heat race. A little contact there, sends the 25 of Jarrett Murphy up the track. It opens the door for the 124 of Troy Stuckwish. Troy Stuckwish has got the pressure, but Jarrett Murphy ain't gave up yet as he dives it down on the inside. He's looking to make a move there. He's got the 69 of Keith Hackney there. They're side by side going into one. The 124 is on the bottom. That's Troy Stuckwish. And that's gonna do it, folks. Kyle Beck, he managed to to take care of that one. What a job by him in the 69 of Keith Hackney, followed by the 25 of Jarrett Murphy, the 124 of Troy Stuckwish, the 117 Jacob Doak, the number 67 car. That's Kenneth McLaughlin. The number 44 is behind him. That's Brandon Morris. And the number 57 of Trace Williams. So what's going to happen here is the top two are going to advance to the dash. And third to fifth is going to go to the A main. Sixth on back goes to the B main. So we're going to have our second group of guys come out and run their heat race here. We're taking a look at the 72 of Alan Hunt. Sean Freeman's up there on the point. He's got the 112 of Rod Tucker right there with him. We also got the 61. That's Terry Landis. We got the 27 car. Let's see what it is. Tim Christensen. The 7 of Kyle Fanning. So they're getting set to go green. We got the 72 car of Alan Hunt. As Sean Freeman's getting set to go green here. The 87 hits the gas. Sends these boys and girls gone. He dives it down into turn one. He's got a pack behind him. Let's see if he can hold these guys off for a few laps. If he can pull this off, man, it'll solidify his spot into the A main. Our feature race here. Oh, as he's getting it. Sorry about that. Trying to get a better shot for you here. Oh, we got one in the wall there as they head off into three. The 128's down on the bottom of the 112. That's Jonathan Cooper. And Rod Tucker's battling it out. They got the number 7 of Kyle Fanning right behind. He's starting to get into the mix there as he's looking to make a move on the high side. A little bit of contact. He barely gets a little bit of that wall. I don't think that's going to cause an issue there. But the 87 of Sean Freeman is really starting to pull away. But he's got the 112 of Rod Tucker really starting to put the pressure on, to put the pedal to the metal. Another car that looks good out there, that's the 128. That's Jonathan Cooper. So we're watching this battle here for second between Jonathan Cooper and the 112 of Rod Tucker. Rod Tucker's down there on the bottom. Really making that bottom work as he moves to the high side. Now he's got the 128 on his inside. That's Jonathan Cooper. As Sean Freeman just riding up front there. What a race there by the 120, the 112 and the 128 and the 7. Kyle Fanning, Jonathan Cooper. What a great race. Rod Tucker. So who won that one is Sean Freeman in the 87. The 112 finished second. That's Rod Tucker. And third is the 128. Jonathan Cooper. Fourth place is going to be the 7 of Kyle Fanning. The 27 car. And fifth, that's Tim Christensen. The 61. Terry Landis. And the 72, I believe, Alan Hunt. So Kyle Beck wrapped up the first heat. Sean Freeman wrapped up the second. And we got one more coming here. You're watching the Dirt Outlaws series here at Eldora, sponsored by Sim Addicts. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. As we're getting set for heat number 3. Let's see who's out there on the track. The number 5. Looks like he's going to be starting up front there. That's Dylan Petty. Or actually, yeah, he's going to be leading these boys and girls around. I always say boys and girls because you never know. Girls are fast sometimes too. We got Bailey Cardwell on the outside. Chris Kukta there in that second row on the outside. And the number 12 of Ryan Adams, he's in the second row inside. And the 18 on the third row inside is Jeremy Freeman. On his outside, he's got the 22 of JD Sass. And then we got the 13 of Charles Silvas and the 14 of Brandon Gritz. And last but not least is the 54 of Brad Dyer. Now, he's got his hands full. So he's going to be coming from the back. Number 5, Dylan Petty sends them off green flag racing. A lot of pressure early on from Bailey Cardwell in the 018 as he's taking a look on the inside, and he's going to make that pass as they're 3 wide behind. That's Chris Kukta in the 21 car and the 12 of Ryan Adams. They're battling it for that third place, and the number 5 of Dylan Petty managed to hold on to that second place. But Bailey Cardwell is starting to get away. Dylan Petty barely touches that outside wall there, and that's going to hold him up just a little bit. That's going to give the number 12 of Ryan Adams and the 21 of Chris Kukta a chance to close the gap there. But as you can see, the 018 Bailey Cardwell's really putting on a show here as he's digging on that high side. But the battle's behind him there between the 5, Dylan Petty, Chris Kukta, and Ryan Adams. They're putting on a great show here as they're trying to finish in the top 3 and advance on to the feature. They're all riding that high line there, so somebody's going to have to make a move. But I tell you what, man, that 018 of Bailey Cardwell has checked out. That car is super fast. He's not even in the shot at this point. Oh, sorry about that. The battles between Ryan Adams and Chris Kukta right here on the bottom. Looks like Ryan Adams is going to take that spot from Chris. As Chris barely taps that wall there. Ryan Adams is just sailing through 3 and 4 there. As you can see, Chris Kukta is not far behind there, but that's going to do it. And man, did that the 018 of Bailey Cardwell really put a fast lap down there. Fastest lap of the night there to bring this heat race home. Congratulations to him. And the number 5 of Dylan Petty, Ryan Adams in the number 12, and Chris Kukta in that 21 car. And I can't hardly see these car numbers. These car numbers very well. Well, I missed it. Well, I apologize for that. I got the top 5 or the top 4. Gotta bear with me. Having a hard time here. So we're gonna go down. Actually, they're gonna get set to run. I think this is their last race of the session. I'm not for sure. But the number 5, he's pulling back out on the track. As well as Sean Freeman. Kyle Beck's making his way out there. Bailey Cardwell and the 018's out there. That's Bailey Cardwell, Kyle Beck, Sean Freeman, Dylan Petty, Rod Tucker. Oh. See, some of these guys are sitting in their cars, so it's making it hard on me to keep up with it, but it's all good as these guys is getting ready to go one more time. The number 2 of Kyle Beck's going to lead them off. He's got the 87 of Sean Freeman. And then that 018 of Bailey Cardwell. He's starting in that second row on the inside. The 69 of Keith Hackney. The 112. That's Rod Tucker in the 112 car, followed by the number 5 there of Dylan Petty. This 6 cars is getting it on. They're going to get dirty here, heading off into turn 1. Oh, the number 5 of Dylan Petty. They're side by side coming off of 2. Oh, the 112's losing it. He caught it. It's all good. And the number 5 goes around there. The caution is going to come out. Dylan Petty, he's got it back going the right way. Take a look at what happened. The number 5 of Dylan Petty there is Keith Hackney was just cruising along that high side there, and the number 5 lost some of his momentum there, and it allowed him to get a little tap there from Keith Hackney. So we're getting set to go back green here. They got it lined up. They're single file. So Kyle Beck's going to lead them off on this start here. And right behind him is Bailey Cardwell. We know how fast he is. Or she, if it's a she, hey. And the 87 of Keith Hackney's in there. The number 2 got a great start there as they made a little bit of contact. That's Rod Tucker there. That 112. He's still trying to hang on to it. He's fighting for it. But the race is up front between the number 2 of Kyle Beck and the 018 of Bailey Cardwell, which is the fastest car that's been on the track tonight. Which is why you see his the name at the top there. So he put down a 15.9. The only car in the 15s here. So he's taking a look on the inside of Kyle Beck. As they come off of turn 4, they're almost side by side, and he's trying to make that bottom work to get around Kyle Beck, but Kyle Beck keeps it planted. He keeps it moving on the high side there, and he's going to bring this one home there. Kyle Beck's going to be your winner of this one. So we look at the finishing order here. Kyle Beck, Bailey Cardwell, Keith Hackney is your top 3. Alright, we're getting set for another one here. Looks like we got Kenneth McLaughlin, the 67, the 61 of Terry Landis is out there, the 44 of Brandon Morris, the 72 of Alan Hunt, the 22 of JD Sass, and the number 8 is Noah Samples, and the number 14's pulling up out there. That's Brandon Grits, the 18 of Jeremy Freeman. They're all set up on the backstretch, getting ready to go green. Looks like we got the 57 of Trace Williams having an issue out there. A little bit of a connection issue. Alright, so the 67 car's gonna be leading them off here. That's Kenneth McLaughlin starting on the point. The 61 car on his outside. Got a lot of great guys in here. Terry Landis is in that 61 car. He's got Jeremy Freeman, second row inside there. And the 44 there starting second row outside. That's Brandon Morris. The 72 Alan Hunt, third row inside. Is this green? Oh, the nice battle in the back. Oh, I hear it. I don't see it. The top 3 is Jeremy Freeman gets sideways there. The 61 car, Terry Landis, makes a little bit of contact. Causes the 8 car to get involved. That's Noah Samples in the 8. I think that's going to bring out a yellow flag there. So we got the 72 coming off of pit row. Alan Hunt. We're going to line them back up and do it one more time. So right now, the 67, he's in a good spot there starting up front. Kenneth McLaughlin, so he's got some pressure on though. He's got that 61 car right behind him. Terry Landis. And the number 8, he's really advanced his way up. He was in the back there when this race started there. It's Noah Samples. And the 22, he's in a good position to bring this home. That's JD Sass. So the 18 of Jeremy Freeman really lost a lot of spots there as Kenneth McLaughlin really sets sail off into turn 1. Terry Landis is battling Noah. Noah looks to the inside in the number 8, and we got a caution. We're going to line them up and try it one more time. Re-rack them. Yeah, I know Jeremy Freeman got caught up in that wreck there, and he lost a lot of spots there in this race. So be on the lookout for him to come up back through the field, as he's really going to be putting that pedal to the metal here. As they're going to be going green this time by, I'm pretty sure. Kenneth McLaughlin on the pose, sets him off into turn 1. He's got Terry Landis in that 61 car right behind him. Noah Samples in the 8. And the 22 car is right there too, so they're running down laps, so they got to make a move and make it move fast before they run out of time there. JD Sass in the 22 car, he's got his hands full as the 61 of Terry Landis. He's got that second spot locked down right now as the number 8 of Noah Samples is making a pass on the outside there to go around JD Sass. I'm just going to call him JD because I think I'm butchering his last name, but JD's in that 22 car. And he's putting in work. He's got the 8 of Noah on his inside. So he's made his way around Noah and he's looking to catch up there with Terry. But the big mover up here is the 67 as he's leading them around this place. He comes across the start-finish line there. One more time, the 22. That's a good battle there between JD and Noah. JD and Noah's been battling this ever since this restart here. Looks like the 22's digging on the bottom. JD's taking it to the bottom and Noah's riding that high side there. Which one's going to be faster, the bottom or the top? As we see Noah's starting to catch up to JD, and that's going to end it. They're going to line up on the back just like they finished here, and your winner on this one is Kenneth McLaughlin. And then you got the 61 car of Terry. Oh, this is a caution? Okay. This is a caution here. They're going to go back green. Sorry, I haven't been keeping up with the laps. I thought Kenneth won that race here, but no, he's getting ready to set them loose one more time. They're going to sail it down into turn 1. So if you're going to make a move, it's time to make a move there. But he gets a great restart. And instantly Noah and JD starts going back at it again. They had some unfinished business. Noah Samples in the 8 car. They're moving up to the 61 of Terry now. So Terry's going to have to step on it, because he's got a lot of fast guys coming from behind here. JD Sass. We're just going to call him JD, I said, so I don't want to keep butchering his name, but JD's looking really good down there on the bottom there as he's making another pass there. He got around Noah as Noah had to check up a little bit so that they didn't make contact there. And now here comes JD looking to make another pass on the 61 car. So let's take a ride along with JD as he's got them 2 leaders right in front of him here. And he's just digging that car down on the bottom. And that's going to do it. Kenneth McLaughlin, he brought that one home here. It's going to be Kenneth McLaughlin. Terry gets second. Let's take a closer look. Terry got second. And then JD and the 22 got third. Noah got fourth, I believe. But yeah, what a race by those guys, man. That was I enjoyed that one. I thought that was a really good race. So we see another group of cars coming out. Let's see what they got lined up for us this time. Is Keith Hackney out there in that number 69 car. Got Jonathan Cooper. He's running him some laps. We got the 21 car of Chris Kupta. As he's sporting a SRTV Network car. That's awful nice of him. I appreciate that. That's a good looking car there, Chris. Appreciate all the support we get. He's got a SRTV Network Stanley Cup, or Blackhawks, Chicago Blackhawks late model. I think they're just out there running some practice laps right now. And we're looking at Chris Kupta in the 21 car. And he's battling around with the 25 of Jarrett Murphy, and he's going to cut it short. He said, I've had enough. He might go make an adjustment and come back out. So we take a look at Sean Freeman. He might be kin to Jeremy here, so. That 7 car is looking really fast out there. That's Kyle Fanning. Appreciate everybody that's out there watching, man. All you guys make it possible, and I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for, you know, all the viewers. So get a like and a share, man, and a subscribe, and you know, if you don't like it, hey, that's fine with me, you know. No pressure, no pressure. It's a new channel, so I'm just now getting started here, and we're watching the Dirt Outlaws series sponsored by Sim Addicts here at Eldora. They're running late models, and they're out there having all kinds of fun, man. As we're looking at a battle between Jonathan Cooper, Chris Kupta, and the 124 of Troy Stuckwish. Also got the 128 out there in the mix. That's Jonathan Cooper. A lot of great driving going on out there, man, and I wish I could drive these cars half as good as these guys can, but I just have a hard time with it. And for everybody that's just tuning in, man, hey, I'm Jay Weezy. I'm up here in the SRTV Network booth. I'm up here tonight by myself, but hey, it's all good. As we see him thread the needle, that was an awesome little driving job. Taking a look at that number 8 of Noah Samples. That's a good looking car too. I really, I'm not a fan of yellow. Where I'm from, yellow means chicken, so I don't have anything yellow. But I do like, you know, yellow. I just don't use it. We used to run a street stock that was yellow, so I have no ill feelings about yellow. It's not for me. The 117 of Jacob Dope. Taking a look at Charles Silva's, that 13 cars. He's playing the Blinky Blink right now. So we'll jump to Kyle Fanning. A lot of these guys, I think they're just practicing. Kyle Beck out there running some laps in that red, white, and blue number 2. Looks good. And that 8 car it's looking really good. My favorite car out there is definitely the 21 car. And that's who I'm going to be rooting for in this race tonight. I don't know a lot of these guys, so I'm gonna go with a familiar face. And if I didn't have a familiar face to go with, I tell you what I would do. I would definitely be interested in pulling for Bailey Cardwell, man. I tell you what, he's really looked good tonight, and so has Sean Freeman and Kyle Beck, Ryan Adams, Keith Hackney, a lot of great drivers out there. You know, Noah Samples, he really made a lot of action out there, gave us some good shots. Alright, so these guys are out there running some laps while our race admin gets our feature race set up here. And what they'll do is, once it switches to the race session, it'll go green, and then they'll stop, and then they'll line up accordingly. So they're having open practice until 25 after, so about 7 more minutes. Appreciate that, Blake. Yeah, man, special thanks to Blake. He's really got a lot of work he's doing. And, you know, a lot of people don't see a lot of the things that, like, Blake Mosley and a lot of the admins that run these leagues do behind the scenes. It's a lot of hard work. And you know, I respect that, and I'll speak for me and everyone else. Hey man, thanks. We really appreciate all the hard work you put in. And you know, people probably don't get to tell you that enough, but I'll say it for them, man. We really appreciate all the admins out there, all the league owners, and all the hard work you put into this behind the scenes, or however you do it. And also all the viewers and all the league members too, man. You know, we couldn't do it without you guys. And I appreciate y'all letting us come on board here to do this broadcast. It's all for good fun, man. And y'all are putting on a great show out there. The Dirt Outlaws series, sponsored by Sim Addicts here at Eldora. We're just watching some of this open practice going on. They got about 3 more minutes left here, and then I think we're going to switch over to the A main, the feature event here. And I wish I had my camera pack installed here, but I don't, so I don't have quite the shots that I'm looking for here, which is why you see me clicking around on different views and stuff. I really wish I would have got home a little bit sooner, and I would have put more work into it, man, and made it a lot better looking. But I'm sure it looks fine as we ride and take a look at that driver. He's in there working the wheel. Bailey Cardwell, one of the fastest cars on the track tonight. Him and the 14 was out there having some fun, it looks like. So, oh, we just in time for a big one. Chris Cooks is heading out on the track in his Dirt Pro late model. We definitely want to ride along with him. that is one good-looking car, if I had to say so myself. Alright, we're under a minute left here in open practice. So get ready, because we're about to get dirty. We're taking a look at some of these guys out there, and you know, I'm showing you the grid here, but I'm just actually showing you some of the names of the guys that are out there tonight for this race, because I believe when it goes green, they're gonna line these guys up accordingly, according to how they finish in their race tonight. So once it goes green, I believe they're gonna restart. Reline these guys up. Alright, so I'll tell you what we can do, since we ain't got the starting grid order, only the race admin has that. We're going to take a look at some of the drivers out there tonight. Let's take a look at some of these drivers here. We got Bailey Cartwell in the 018 and Kyle Beck Sean Freeman in that 87, the number 5 of Dylan Petty, 25 of Jarrett Murphy, Rod Tucker. 124 is Troy Stuckwish, the 61 of Terry Landis, the number 12 of Ryan Adams, 69 of Keith Hackney, Jonathan Cooper in the 128, Chris Kukta in that number 21, the number 7 of Kyle Fanning, the number 8 of Noah Samples, 54 is Brad Dyer, and the 27 of Tim Christensen, the number 18 of Jeremy Freeman, and the 22 of J.D. Sass. I'm having a hard time saying that. Hopefully he forgives me. The 67 of Kenneth McLaughlin, the 117 of Jacob Doak, Alan Hunt and Brandon Gritz, Charles Silvis and Brandon Morris, Trace Williams, Blake Mosley is the race admin. We got Timothy Akers, James Shirley. That's the guys that are participating tonight. So we're getting set. We're going green. Bailey Carwell's got these guys where he wants them. He's got the number 2 of Kyle Beck looking on the inside there. The number 5 gets a little tap. Dylan Petty and Rod Tucker's battling it out. It looks like we're going to have a caution here. What a start. Man, did you see that? Now, if that's what we got coming to us, you boys and girls better buckle up because we got a good one coming for you tonight here with the Dirt Outlaws series sponsored by Sim Addicts here on SRTV Network. I'm Jay Weezy. I'm up here in the booth. We got 30 laps of some super fast action coming from Eldora Speedway. I hope y'all are ready. Sorry I had that logo up there. Got you taken care of here. We got the number 2 of Kyle Beck. On his outside is Bailey Cardwell. The 87 of Sean Freeman, the 69 of Keith Hackney, the 5 of Dylan Petty, the 112 of Rod Tuckers. They're heading off into 3. They're getting ready to go green on this one. So you boys and girls better get ready because I'm ready. The green flag's in the air. Watch these cars go down into turn 1 and throw dirt everywhere. Oh, I missed that one. We're going to take a look here so we can see more of the field because we got a nice field out there tonight. We can use some of our stuff here. We got a 3 wide action, 2 and 3 rows deep. These dirt's flying everywhere. The high side's working, the low side's working, the middle's working. They're putting on a great show. As you can see, all that dust coming off them lights. And the caution's back out. That'll give us one more chance here to show you how they go down into turn 1. Now, that was just awesome to watch. I apologize on that last restart. I accidentally hit that button and, man, I got so many buttons up here. Sometimes I hit a button here and there. Now, I could throw the yellow out. Even though the race didn't, we'll throw the yellow and the green as they come out here. So, right now we're under caution here, and our race leader's Bailey Cardwell, and he's been battling back and forth with Kyle Beck. All right, they're getting set to go green. It's going to be on Bailey Cardwell. Green flag. Bailey Cardwell's up there on that high side. So we got cars all around the track. There's 25 drivers out there tonight over here at the Dirt Outlaws series sponsored by Sim Addicts. They're 3 wide, the number 69. That's Keith Hackney. He gets up into the wall there, causes him to lose a little bit of his momentum. We got the number 2 of Kyle Beck. He's chasing down Bailey Cardwell. So you got the 2 of the fastest drivers out there battling for that top spot. But like I said earlier, Bailey Cardwell's really looking good. He's already led 6 laps here. We're looking at Keith Hackney as he's got the 25 of Dylan Petty, the 87 of Sean Freeman, the 112 of Rod Tucker, Jarrett Murphy in that 25 car. They're all battling it out here. We're still green. Oh no, we got one in the wall there. That's Rod Tucker. It kind of upsets Ryan in the 12 car. Ryan Adams, he managed to hang on to it. He keeps it going straight. Keith Hackney, or Sean Freeman got up into the wall there. He kept it up out of the way. Oh, the 12 of Ryan Adams goes around. Wow, what a wreck. And I believe that's going to be a caution. We're definitely going to go back and see what happened there with Ryan Adams. The 87 of Sean Freeman up on the high side. Oh, he makes contact with the 128. That's what happened. Him and the 128 of Jonathan Cooper got together there, and the 117 he got involved. That's Jacob Doak. He got involved. This is going to be a heck of a race here, man. As we're halfway through, and Bailey Cardwell's led 11 laps so far, and they're single file now. There's a look at that 018 of Bailey Cardwell, your race leader. Still looking really good. So we're going to take one more pace lap around. And I forgot to mention, we're not counting caution laps now. So some of these laps don't count. So there's more than 13 to go. And I don't have an actual count of how many laps are left, because I wasn't keeping track. But I will let you know as much as I can. And I apologize for that, but hey, I got a lot of equipment here, and it's green. The number 2, Kyle Beck, looking on the low side there, but I don't think it's going to work. Looks like all the speed's going to be up at the top. As you can see, Keith Hackney put the move on the 2. The 2 stays on the bottom. Keith Hackney and Bailey Cardwell both on the high side. But we got a battle everywhere as the 2 of Kyle Beck and a 69 make a little bit of contact there. So we got another one in the wall. Looks like Brad Dyer. I'm sorry, not Brad Dyer. The 25 of Jarrett Murphy, he kind of got in the wall there. And as you can see, the top 3 are starting to check out there. Bailey Cardwell still leading these guys around. Keith Hackney in second. Third place is Kyle Beck in that number 2. As you see, the number 5 get together. That's Dylan Petty, Brad Dyer, Rod Tucker, all them right there. They might have a little bit of damage on that car as he dodges the number 5 of Dylan Petty. It puts him down on the bottom there, so he's going to have to check up. His car's going to slide up there right in front of the 21 of Chris Kukta. You got Chris Kukta, Rod Tucker, Dylan Petty, Jarrett Murphy, all those guys right there battling for 6th, 7th, and 8th spot. 3 wide coming off a 2 door-to-door. Chris Kukta in that 21 car, the 25 of Jarrett Murphy, and the 112 of Rod Tucker. Really putting a great show on for everybody out there. Oh, the 21 of Chris Kukta and the 25 of Jarrett Murphy make a little bit of contact. As we're watching this battle right now, we're going to definitely take a look back up front as the 018 of Bailey Cardwell is starting to run up on a lap car there. That's the 117 of Jacob Doak. And that might cause a little bit of issue and allow the 69 of Keith Hackney to catch up with our leader, Bailey Cardwell, but we'll see how that plays out. As you can see, they're all running that high side there. Oh, the lap car gets in the wall. He keeps it up out of the groove there. Keith Hackney gets through, barely taps the wall. And that opened the door up as our lap, Jacob Dokes having his hands are full right now. And we take a look back in the back. We got the number 5 of Dylan Petty, the 21 of Chris Gupta, the 112 of Rod Tucker, and the 25 of Jared, Dylan. Oh, and that's it. I hear fireworks. What a race. Alright, now, them fireworks are always fun to watch. I enjoy watching that. We're going to take a look at our race winner there, Bailey Cardwell. He brought this one home tonight for the Dirt Outlaws series, sponsored by Sim Addicts here at Eldora Speedway. And right behind him, we got the number 2 of Kyle Beck and the 69 there of Keith Hackney. So let's see if we can get a word in with our 3rd place finisher here, Keith Hackney. Keith Hackney, this is Jay Weezy in the SRTV Network booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a show tonight. What'd you think about that race performance you put on out there?
Man, the car was coming in late in the race, and I was catching him, and then we ran into the lap car and just got me all slowed up.
Yeah, it looked like the high side was where it at. What did the track feel like? Was the speed up at the top?
Oh yeah, it was at the top. I mean, if you had a good car, you might could work in the middle, but mine wasn't. So.
Well, hey man, you put on an excellent performance out there tonight. You got a good looking car. And I really enjoyed that show y'all put on tonight. But let me ask you this. If you had a couple more laps, you think you could have brought this one home?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Because I was catching him every lap.
Yeah, you look mighty good out there tonight, man. Hey, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Just God, man. Like I told you the other night. That's the main man.
Hey, I hear you, brother, man. Well, hey, me too. And hey, man, we'll see you next week. Thanks.
All right, man. Thank you.
That was Keith Hackney. And, yeah, we talked to him last week. He's been finishing on the podium a lot. As we're about to switch up to our 2nd place finisher, Kyle Beck in the number 2 car. Let's see if we can get him on the radio. Kyle Beck, this is Jay Weezy in the SRTV Network booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a performance tonight out there. How'd it feel running up there behind Bailey Cardwell? And do you think if you had a couple more laps, you could have got around him?
I don't know. He was pretty strong. We ended up, I think I was a little bit too free. Made a mistake right there early and didn't get by me and chasing the rest of the race. But I had a pretty good car, but I don't know if we're good enough to get by him, but I believe I could have got to him with a few more laps.
Yeah, man. Hey, you definitely put on a great show. You know, I seen you had a little bit of contact out there. You got a little bump and scrape on your car, but you know when it first started, y'all kind of went back and forth there with the lead on them restarts there. But then he kind of pulled away a little bit, you know. But hey, man, all in all, it was a great race for you. You put on a great performance. So, how'd the car feel up on the high side? Alright, well, we lost him. So we're going to move on to our race winner. It's going to be Bailey Cardwell in that 018 car. And I tell you what, I called it in practice. Bailey Cardwell, this is Jay Weezy in the SRTV Network booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, I tell you what, I was watching you in practice, and you put down a wicked fast lap out there. You was actually one of the only cars in the 15-second range. How'd the car feel, and was it better being up front and staying out in front of these guys? And do you think that number 2 could have had anything for you later on?
Man, really, I just had a really fast car tonight, and I had to thank team lead and everything for what they do back at the shop. And at the end, I was playing like cat and mouse back there, and just making all this look as bad as it was. So
I tell you what, you was up there on that high side, and you really figured out how to make the car work tonight. And you was wicked fast out there, and I kind of knew it was coming there when I seen you in practice in the heat races. You was looking really good out there, man. So congratulations on your run tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, the car's very fast. It's fun to have my teammates help me out with the garage and stuff.
Hey, from up here in the booth and all our viewers out there, they really enjoyed the performance and the race y'all put on tonight. Y'all really put on a great show over here at Dirt Outlaw Series, man. So, hey, congratulations on your first place finish.
Thank you. I tried to stuff the wall there for a while. I didn't want to knock it down. Then I really would have to try to drive and stuff real hard.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, your car looks good. There's a lot of cars out there that has some damage to it, man, but yours is just dirty. So you did an excellent job out there tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you. I have to go clean the car up at the garage and stuff.
Yeah, get it all shined up, man, and bring it back next week and see if you can pull it off one more time.
I might just leave it at the garage and just let them have another win and just take it easy on them.
All right, man. Well, have a good one. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
I tell you what, that was Bailey Cardwell, and he said he might stay home next week and enjoy his win tonight. But from Eldora Speedway, I'm Jay Weezy up in the SRTV Network booth, and we was over here with the Dirt Outlaws series at Eldora, man. And I tell you what, I love watching these dirt races, man. So before I let you go, though, I'm going to see if we can get a word in with our race admin, Blake Mosley.
Thank you.
Blake.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I'm up here in the SRTV booth, and, you know, we just did our driver interviews, man, and I was trying to explain to them how good it looked from up here in the booth, man. They really put on a great show tonight. What'd you think?
Yeah, they did a pretty good job keeping it off each other. I was actually surprised last time we came here. It was a pretty brutal wreck fest, but that was a month ago, and these guys have gotten a lot better, and most of these guys started out as rookies, and I've seen them grow as they've been running with us, and there's a few of them up front now that a month ago you would have never heard up front.
Hey, and Blake Mosley, man, I mean, Bailey Cardwell, dude, was really out there flying around this track tonight, and hats off to him. He really put on a good show, and all the drivers out there, they put on a really great show. And from up here, I really enjoy watching these dirt races with 20, 25 cars out there. And, you know, to have the talented drivers that y'all got, man, you're really blessed. And we appreciate you letting us do this broadcast over here, man. Thank you.
Yeah, Bailey was actually, he's one of our new guys tonight. Night was his first night with us, and he came in here and showed out. So, hey, hats off to him. It's pretty tough coming to a new league and do that. And, next week's Knoxville, and that track always puts up some pretty good battles. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Absolutely,
yeah, it's a great track too, man, and you know, a lot of good racing goes on there. So good luck at Knoxville, actually, because hey, man, it was awesome up here from where I was at.
Yeah, Eldora always puts up some good racing. It's a real wide sweeping track. You got the bottom and the top side, and it's like I was telling my guys, I apologize. The laps wasn't right tonight, and a lot wasn't going my way there in the end. But we pushed through it, and here we are. We're done. And
hey,
Bailey,
man.
Chris, and Hackney, and boys, they put on a show.
Yeah, and they definitely deserved it. You know, a lot of those guys were out there fighting for every inch on the track they could get. And, you know, you had your couple little hiccups here and there, man. But for all in all, man, it was a great performance from all the guys out there. You know, they were 3 wide, 3 rows, 4 rows back. So, you know, to come out here like that and almost all the cars still running, that's one thing to hold your head high for right there.
Yeah, I think we had 3 that actually didn't finish, or actually only 2 didn't finish. One of them was caught up there with about 5 to go, which normally that would be a caution, but tonight, with it being that I messed the laps up, we had to get him off the tracks. We were inside 5 to go, and again, it's back on me, and I'm still kicking myself in the butt for it. And I'll say it right now, I apologize to Kenneth. That was my fault.
Hey, well, I just wanted to say, you know, I'm sure I speak for a lot of people, man. We really appreciate all the work that all the admins do that run these leagues, and all the behind-the-scenes work that y'all, and all the time that it takes out of your day, man. So thanks for all the hard work you put in, man, and you really make it fun. And if it wasn't for guys like you, we wouldn't be having all this fun out here. So we appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, man. See ya.
See ya.
That was Blake Mosley, man. He's the admin over here. He's race control. He's a lot of things, man. He's a great guy, and he's in charge of Dirt Outlaws series, sponsored by Sim Addicts. And Sim Addicts is a league too, so check out Sim Addicts. They got a great guy over there who runs Sim Addicts, man, and he sponsors them over here. And thanks to all the viewers out there, and thanks to all my fans and all the fans that watch this dirt stuff and any kind of racing we do over here at SRTV Network. So for me, Jay Weezy, Dirt Outlaws series sponsored by Sim Addicts and SRTV Network. Until next time, everybody have a good one.